tell the story that in times of colonization, blacks from Africa came to our isthmus with the languages of their tribes. These blacks had to learn new ways of living and coexisting, and among them they found the drum. The sound of the drum was their new form of communication. These blacks were divided into two groups, the apalencados and the cimarronajes. The apalencados were the ones who were more sedentary, while the cimarrones were those who moved the most from one place to another and were more warriors. Their form of communication and rituals were carried out at night, since during the day they had long working hours. These black slaves had to learn new ways of living and form of communications. To all of this, they gave the new name of Congo Culture. Then they also adopted the ways of life that their Spanish master had, who were led by Queen Isabel, which led them to choose a queen from their own Palenque. Understanding that Palenque was the physical structure and their new form of community among them. The leader who stood out in the fight to obtain the freedom of this black slave was called the Queen, the Mise, Maria Merced, the Queen of the Congo Palenque, the Matriarchal, and in a sentimental way, she's also called the Mother of the Congos. The queen crowns represent the respect and the protection of the Palenque. Below it is the organizational structure of the Crown Council, the Council of Elders, and the Cofradia. But the queen is not alone. She's accompanied by King Juan de Dios, who is chosen by the queen and by the community of the Palenque. He must be strong, brave, and always defend the Palenque and his queen. The queen is forever and must be crowned by another queen. To aspire to the crown, she must be of the lineage as granddaughters and daughters. If there is not, they can be followed the Fabiana or the Menina in the hierarchy. Otherwise, a lady of the Cofradia can be considered who has shown the characteristics required to assume these responsibilities of the crown. Fabiana is the eldest princess, who assists the queen in all the activities she cannot attend, and the Meninas are the minor princes and the second in the hierarchy, on aspire to the queen's crown. The queen has two lineage children, El Pajarito and Juan de Diosito. Pajarito is part of the Crown Council, while Juan de Diosito is part of the Cofradia. In this way, they are part of the Crown Council, the Fabianas, the Meninas, the Pajarito, and the king. Just clarifying that the Pajarito is the only one that in his crown does not wear a cross. Even though the queen is the highest authority of the Palenque, she also has the Council of Elders, who has been crowned and are already retired, and are in charge of wisely advise the queen. Diablo, tú no puedes conmigo. Now let's talk about Cofradia. We have the devil, who represents the white oppressor of the blacks. In some palenques, this figure is represented by the Holandés. Also, there is a ritual of the devil baptism on Ash Wednesday. Even though there are many devils, the queen only talks to the older devil, who is the one dressed entirely in black color. The queen also has her accompanying ladies, who are called negritas de acompañamiento. They accompany her for walks and assist her on all times. Her son, Juan de Diosito, is also in the Cofradia, whose responsibility is to learn all the war tactics from his father, the king. The letrado is the black man who understands the Congo's culture's law, whose responsibility is to advise the king and who knows all the secrets of the Palenque kingdoms. Barrecontó, a very representative character of the Cofradia, has the responsibility of collecting all the elements and supplying the Palenque, since these are the orders of his queen. The Cofradia is made up of many more characters, but it's also very important to remember that we can all live this Congo season from January 20 to Ash Wednesday every year. This is the matriarchal structure of the Palenque Congo, proud to be recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of the humanity.
¡Viva el negre!